Welcome to Ear Hustle TV. Ear Hustle TV is presented to you by Bad and Bougie Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Nikki, the CEO. We have our other host, the beautiful Dr. Kanisha Gaskin. And today our special guest is the Come Down King, Mr.
Whoa.
Harvey
Hello
Love,
there.
What's happening?
award-winning
What's happening?
producer. What's
Yes,
going
yes, yes.
on? What's going on?
Just chilling. I'm, glad to get the call.
Most
Glad to
definitely,
get the
most
call. I just
definitely.
did, interview earlier this week. You know, what I'm saying here at G&T, and I'm loving this for real. Just
Most
yeah,
definitely. So
yeah.
you've been in the game a long time.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have. I definitely have. I've been in man 3 decades actually. You know, what
Oh
I'm saying 3 decades.
wow.
Yeah. First, my first record was with Big Mello. That's what actually put me in the game. So my first record was actually in 1992.
Rest in peace, Big Mello.
Yeah, I know that's dating me, but
Yes.
to God be the glory that I've been relevant every year since 1980, 1992. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by relevant, meaning like able to make a living. You know what I'm saying? And with what I love, they always say when you find something you love and
Yeah.
you
Right.
actually
Never
do
worked a
that
day
for a
in your life.
living, you never work a day in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because you don't know you're working. You doing what you love. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
your
For real.
passion.
Absolutely.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, when you Big Mello,
Yeah.
wow,
Curtis Davis.
Curtis
Yeah,
Let's
Davis.
Curtis
call him
Davis.
Curtis Donnell.
Yes,
That's
man.
that's my dude.
It just brings so many memories and
Absolutely.
smiles to my face.
Yeah.
So y'all had a group back in the day. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about
Woo.
y'all's group?
Yes, indeed. Boneheart Productions. And,
Yes.
that's why a lot of people always say the Boneheart Harm Club. We Boneheart Productions was the way that came about was people that know Curtis know this story. Curtis was so fascinating. One of his favorite groups ever was Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
Mhm.
So he wanted to we got together with the group and all of that. Uh, he wanted it to be Boneheart Productions featuring Big Mello. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was we rocked it out and it worked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for real. We did a lot of things in my garage and made a lot of songs and whatever. And we were connected by a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours named Jerry Holmes. At Madison, we hooked up
Yeah.
at Madison. So I was the popular DJ at Madison, DJing all like the homecomings, the parties in the cafeteria, all the kind of stuff like that or whatever. And everybody like, hey man, dude, he play around, he mess around with it. That's when turntablism, that's what they call it, like doing tricks on the turntables, doing all that. That was, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
And Mello was the rapper. He beatbox and all that. We were doing crazy in them
Yes.
talent shows at Madison. So they hooked us up, you know what I'm saying? And then he hooked us up. Hey, you need to meet this guy. Hey, you need to meet this guy. And so we went to my house afterwards and we had been together ever since. So
I know when he called me one day and he was like he was telling me about Bone Hard and I was like, Bone what? And
yeah.
they had a concert or something. He came by the house and he had a wife beater on. It was all tore up and I was like, all the girls done tore your shirt off. He's like, girl, no, I tore this shirt
Sounds about like
Yeah,
Curtis.
yeah. You know, he was a
Yeah, yeah.
comedian too. Curtis could sing
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Play
Curtis.
piano, everything.
Yeah, Curtis was
Play,
very, very
this is
talented.
and this is a true story. It takes about 17 and a half, 18 hours from my driveway all the way to St. Louis. And the
Hmm.
reason why I know is because we had an 18 passenger van. That's when we were with Rap a Lot. We had a show in St. Louis the next day, and so we drove overnight. Took up almost a day. Like I said, about 18 hours or whatever. And Mello actually he's saying we did not use the radio maybe just to see what was going on or something, but the most of the predominant part of that time, the majority of the whole time or the whole ride he sang to us. Nothing but
Oh
just
wow.
old songs and all kind of different songs or whatever. People like, man, I want to use that, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm talking about he sang like the radio. Like it was crazy. Dude was singing Al Green, Isley Brothers, Maze. Like you name it. We making requests. Saying this.
Wow.
It was just crazy. Yeah. So he's so talented. He could dance. Yeah, he's in the
Yeah.
group, the Hard Rock Edition. Just you just name it. Dude was amazing. So, I was absolutely fascinated by that. I wanted to be, a part of that, you know what I'm saying? So we killed them talent shows, going to different schools with talent shows, and that was the thing back then.
Yeah.
Right.
So we really just rocked out, and dude, it was he tragically lost his life,
Yeah.
car crash or whatever. And I always, made a pact, with his family and everybody that I was gonna keep this going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna let that be in vain that he put me in it professionally.
Yeah.
So when he did that, I just kept it going, and and did a lot of producing, whatever. And thanks to Crazy C, I learned how to produce. Crazy C was a member of the group. He was the producer of the group at the time, and he taught me how to produce. So I went from there, from that to producing myself, what I'm saying, and got with the Wasp Nest, and the rest is history pretty much, what I'm saying, as far as like, freelancing and doing it or whatever. God has blessed me to take the money that I made producing and build my own studio, FMG Studios, and all of it, pretty much, that's everybody, and then been in that studio, and and still works there today and stuff like that. So, I'm able to still steady climb because of the grind that I continue to put down. And then that guy started it.
So I'm interested in how'd you come up with the name?
Harvey Love.
Come back.
The Come Down King.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, the Come Down King. It's crazy. I didn't come up with it. Willie D did.
Okay.
And and I'm real cool, because of rap a lot and stuff like that or whatever. I've been knowing, we always me, Willie D, Scarface, we always say, we all knew each other before the money. You know what I'm saying? Because they're very, very successful. And I knew them before that. We was like, we can tell stories. Like we used to hang at Vito's house and all that, the producer and the group, and even before they had money. So what happened was, throughout the years or whatever, uh, during like right after my Wasp Nest days and stuff like that, I was doing all these like come down beats, and what I mean by come down is almost like it's like with the screw culture. I did a lot of songs like I did the Who That Mad, Who That Talking Down, like for Big Pokey and stuff like that, where that style of music with the hard drums and the hard funky bass lines and stuff like that, something that be like, man, that's coming down, whatever. And I just developed a style of doing those types of tracks or whatever. And Willie D was at my house one day. We was actually in the studio, and so he was like, man, you do that come down kind of music, man. You like the king of that, man. You the king of that come down, come down music. And I kind of thought about what it kind of registered to me. I went in the other room in the studio, and I'm like, yeah, man. And I thought about it. I say, wait a minute, I am, what I'm saying? And I wasn't saying like I'm the king of this, but I was saying like, that's my name. Like the come down king, like that. That's my lane. That's what I'm kind of saying. What I'm saying? Like, so that's how I was born. Yeah. Right. So Willie D gave me that name, and it's and it stuck to me. And so everything that I every time I write my name, I would always put the come down king next to it. All of a sudden it caught. Yeah, because everywhere, I can go like stores. Like now, I go in stores or anywhere, whatever. Come down, king. Call me that more than they call me Harvey Love. Come down, king. On the elevator, coming up here. Well, that's come down, king. What's up, what? All right, and just what I'm saying, on the elevator coming in here, and it's crazy how that just really caught, and and I'm just grateful for it. And you put yourself out there, strong enough, people will start recognizing you the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came.
There.
Yeah,
that's it. You have to be aware of yourself.
Exactly. Right. Nobody will ever treat you better than you treat yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
He done said, you know how I don't wire. It don't take much to wire me up. That's
the truth. I mean, that's friendship, relationship, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real.
Nobody's gonna treat you.
If you don't value you, I'm not either.
Right.
Why?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Really? Why should I?
Why?
You don't care nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that I am, before, everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? So when you see me, you're going to see what I believe in. I just live by that.
You are your word.
Exactly.
So who are some of the people that you've worked with? So who are some of the artists? I know you've worked with everybody.
That list long as I 10. But you guys, you got to think, 30 years. So you I work, pretty much every, like I said, with the rap a lot days, Willie D, Scarface, I worked, everybody. Willie, like I said, Willie D, Scarface, Big Pokey. I mean, like I made a lot of hit songs for a lot of people, but nothing. What made me jump off was like the stuff I did for Big Pokey because it got a major deal with Universal and like that or whatever. And I remember I was on a show, and it was in this building. I was telling them that I sold that track, that Who That Talking Down. Like I ended up doing about 7 songs. Like Heavyweighters, Gauge Plate, Range Rovers, Keep My Name Out Your Mouth, Menage a Trois. I did all of those for Big Pokey. But that Who That Talking Down, I sold that track to them for $500 because what it was really supposed to be Big Steve's song, but they did a freestyle to we was at DJ Screwhouse. That's how that's how we were cool or whatever. So we at DJ Screwhouse and they did a freestyle to it, Pokey and Big Steve, and Steve was like, "Bring my beat over there." So we did they did a freestyle on a tape called Who We Man. That's the DJ Screw tape that they did. So when they did that freestyle or whatever, Pokey liked it so much. Pokey was like, "Man, what y'all gonna do with that beat, man? Whatever." Right. So, he was with Shivers Entertainment and all that, and so they came over to the house. I was doing like beats in my room, and my room was my studio, back then. So, when they bought the track for me, we like, "Man, you get it or whatever," but we wanted Big Steve. They're like, "We want Big Steve on it too." You know what I'm saying? So, R.I.P. That's one of the hardest I ever worked with too. Yeah. So, and I sold that track to them for $500, and that was in what was that, like $299, like 1999? Yeah, because Steve died. Yeah, so it had to be like 99 before the song, before it came out or whatever, about 99 or whatever. But since then, I sold it to them for $500. Since then, I've made probably over $200,000 off of that one song because of residuals, royalties. It's been in 3 TV shows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Orange is the New Black, Entourage, you know what I'm saying? Dark Angel, it's been in all these different, and so I have continuous residuals off of that, just off of that one, not to mention all the other stuff that I get stuff off of, maybe do South the Roof, all this kind of stuff like that.
See, that's
important. Exactly. But I tell people this, what when I'm training like new young up and coming producers, never get out the car. And what that means is, like don't ever sell all of your rights to a record. Yeah. Stay in there. Stay in, even if it's 10%, 20%, whatever. And I tell people that 10% of something is worth a lot more than 100% of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, stay with it, stay in there. I never sell all of my rights ever, ever. No.
And so many do.
Right. And because this is the thing, your publishing is good for and for anybody else that's listening to. Your publishing is good for 70 years, 70 after you die. Oh, wow. Not just while you're living. Publishing is good for 70 years. You look it up right now on Google if if any people want to look at it. It's good for 70 years after you pass. So it's really for your estate and your family,
Future generation.
Exactly.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Exactly. That's why anybody can really just go and do Beethoven's Fifth right now because it's been beyond that point. Right. But your publishing is there for the long haul, way after you. It's really for you, like I said, your family, the generations to come. And so I tell people, never sell that. Right. Why sell that? And never give that away in a deal, but just because you want to write an deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be hurting. You could be hurting your family, and So that's the thing. So but like I said that to say this. Out of all the songs that I produced, that was my most successful song. Now I produced a whole lot of songs. You know what I'm saying? So I produced a lot of stuff with Kiki. And all the things like that. And I mean, that's my bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Kiki is my
I see him.
You gonna always see him at the
studio. And he's always making fun of
you. Dude be working.
When
man.
You dressing up, he be like,
man. Yeah. He a workaholic too, man. Yeah, that Kiki, he I'm seeing him like at least 3 days a week in that studio, and so it's crazy. Yeah. He is. I mean, not just working on his own stuff. I mean, so many different people. It getting him to do verses here and verses there. Come do walkthroughs. Come do shows here. Dude working. I mean, dude must have a bed in his truck because he ain't gonna sleep. He ain't gonna sleep. Nah, Kiki don't get sleep. You know what I'm saying? So
But
it,
that goes
Texas
back to
T,
what
because
you
Texas
say.
T be on his heels.
yeah, man.
It
Yeah.
goes back to what you said, that if you like what you're doing,
If you like,
it never
exactly,
seems like work. Right.
exactly. You know, and I just, you know, I'm the same way. I just, you know, I just love what I do. You know what I'm saying? So when you love what you do, I mean, it's, you know, you can stay in it like this, and then plus you have to stay consistent.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? You know, for real, like being persistent. I said that the other day. I was telling them, you know, being persistent can get it for you,
Yeah,
but being consistent will
yeah.
keep
The
it for
difference.
you.
Keep it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how
The
you keep it.
difference. Yeah.
Being consistent. You know, I have a lot of people that I started out in the game with that, you know, that you know, they for, you know, I'm not talking about just the ones that passed and stuff like that, health reasons, whatever, but people that are, you know, that just faded out in the game, man. They just stop, you know, stop reaching at it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know. My thing is your time is not God's time, and who knows, you know.
Amen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I did a lot of stuff for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? During my, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, for real, because that's what I love of it, you know,
Right,
that
came
comes in
from.
exactly, because anything that you love enough gonna one day love you back. It's gonna
Amen.
one day.
Ooh, that's
love
a
you. I
whole
promise
sermon.
you.
Boy, you better
Promise you.
speak.
Anything you love it enough. Job, dog, spouse, anything
Have a
you love
passion.
enough. You know why? Because like, let's just say a job. If you love a job so much, I'm talking about wherever you work at, whatever. If you love it enough, you're gonna put your all into it.
True.
And because
Facts.
and this is how it loves you back, because you put your all into it, you're gonna get recognized as being, you know, you're gonna get, by default, you're gonna get better because you're
Yeah,
putting
by
everything you got
default.
into it by
Right.
default.
Yeah.
And even those that know more than you gonna want to teach you more because they see how much you love what you do.
Most definitely.
All of a sudden, you're gonna be rewarded with that, whether it be by, you know, like another position,
Yeah.
or you know, saying monetarily, you know, it just all kind of things like
Or
that.
you
So
become the expert.
exactly.
You
So
mastered
anything
your
you love
craft, right?
enough is gonna one day love you back. All you do is keep loving it. Just don't love the wrong thing.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's you know, that's what I always say too. Like, don't love the wrong thing. I'm not
Don't
saying you're
chase
saying
after something that's
right,
not gonna
right.
benefit you.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But if you loving the right thing enough, it's gonna love you back. You just gotta wait your, you know, wait your turn. You know, Kiki said that in the song, you know, why I ain't balling? Because it ain't your turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all got a turn.
Yeah.
For real. We all got a turn. You know,
And
when you're, you know, in other words, like in the Christian world, they call it a season. You know,
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
got a season. We got a
Yes,
season.
Lord.
Yeah, you'll see, for real.
Different seasons.
Yeah. And if it's
In
not your
and
season,
out.
just be patient.
Right.
For real. We wouldn't put here to suffer.
Right. And
So-
and that's facts. That's facts. So
That's
would
facts.
would you say your consistency contributed to where you are now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just won't let it go. I won't. I refuse. I refuse. I just did a new addition to my studio this week. You know what I'm saying? I have just as much, if not more, fire in me for what I do now than I did when I first started.
So my question would be, so how do you navigate through your emotions when you're dealing with this? Because I know the emotions can be up and down, roller
they can.
coaster.
They can be.
How do you navigate through your emotions and maintain consistency?
Well, because I realized that everything is not going to happen the way I want it to happen.
True.
And so it's like, you know, you're going to have the ups and the downs, for real. You wouldn't know you were up unless you were down before.
There you go.
That's true.
And that's just the truke, you know.
Right.
So my thing is, you know, everything is not going to happen, and that's just life. It's not just in
Takes
what
work.
I do. You're right. You know, you're gonna take those. It's a balancing act. You know what I'm saying? For real. You just try not to, you know, let the bad outweigh the good.
Right.
And so you're gonna have, you know, like I always say, you know, you never would recognize the sunshine if the rain wasn't there. That's why we had a rainbow. So you know what I'm saying, for real, and that's the
Come
truth.
on here.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
that-
have us shouting up in here
no,
again.
but that's the
Better
truth. You
speak.
never would
That's the
understand.
truth.
So with that being said, I just, you know, it's just how, you know, I do. I just take the bad with the good. You know, and I have days where even in my studio have, you know, like, let's go money. You know, some days I don't make the money. You know, like, you know, I try to average out and see what I'm gonna average out or whatever. I have a bad week. It's like any other business. You know, I have a bad week, there, a bad week, you know, or whatever. Okay, that's when trying to manage, you know, having to manage your money comes in and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even squirrels save nuts, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
Yeah,
Better
yeah.
speak.
They got to store up for the family.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. They store them up.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's not to eat right now. That's way down the
That's
road.
for the rainy
So
day.
exactly.
That's for the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, there is no textbook that can
all.
teach me like my experiences. not a college professor, not nothing can teach me like what I've been through in
Facts.
life.
Facts.
For real, for real.
Facts.
You know, I'm older now, and the reward for age is wisdom and
Wisdom. You
understanding.
have a lot of wisdom and a
Yeah,
lot of
wisdom and
life.
understanding. You
Yes.
can be, young and wise. Like, okay, my daughter ranked in, in the nation. Got a full ride to college right now. Everything she just got a full ride to TSU. She had a full ride at a lot of different schools.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about my daughter, and she's did her thing or whatever. But my thing is, as smart as she is, she can't be wise. She can't be wise. She's smart. She got a high IQ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But she hasn't had enough life in
Yeah.
her to be wise. There's no, she doesn't have any wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's she getting it from? You get wisdom through experience. She ain't,
Yeah.
only experiences she has is what's been told to her, or either what's been happening in her young life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she'll never be then had the experience that I have until she get where I am. You know what I'm saying? So even when if she's smarter than me in a certain subject here and there,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, she won't have the wisdom that I have. I could always be able to teach her because you
Life
haven't been
will-
there yet.
Life
Yes.
will expose you to knowledge.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. And it
Yeah.
depends on which season you are and how you handle it.
Yeah. You don't just go to it. You got to go through it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got to go all the way through it to really know. If you just go to the door, you don't know who's inside.
There
But once
you
you get
go.
in there
Yeah.
and come back out, hey man, it's going down in there. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You
don't wanna
can
go
tell
back
somebody
in
about
there.
it. You can't tell me nothing unless, you know what I'm saying, unless you've been through it. It's just like I lost both my parents, and a lot of people, and I know they mean well. I mean, because I had a lot of friends and stuff like that, or whatever, and I generally have a lot of friends. I know people say, man, you don't have but a few friends. No. I have a lot of people that
Bless.
do well by me, and I do well by them. So they really want to. I know what they were saying a lot of times. Man, I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. You can't know how you feel if you got both your parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't know how I cry.
Yeah.
Even day for yesterday, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and because I sit there, in my house, it's just me and my dog, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I'm single at the house, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, missing my parents and all that there, and just, and I can see somebody walking with their parents on TV, and it breaks me down. And because you don't know that feeling unless you lost both of yours. So, but I know that they mean well. They mean well. But I just made that point to say that you don't know how I feel because you haven't been there.
Yeah.
And I don't wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, let me say that. But I'm just saying. But that's that's the deal with me. I don't miss that.
And I'm such an analytical person.
Right.
So I replay conversations. I shared this with Miss Nikki. I replay conversations in my head.
Right.
So when individuals say things to me, I pick up on playing upon words. I pick up on if you're doing words of comfort. I pick up on shady words. I pick up on things, and I try to maybe I overthink certain situations. And at one point, I would allow my overthinking to overshadow my purpose of the things that I had to do.
Right.
And I had to learn how to navigate those waters so my feelings wouldn't mess with my fun.
Real,
My feelings
real.
would make that. So by you saying that about the words, like I know you mean well.
Yeah, right.
Some experiences that I shared, I know you mean well.
I know you mean well. Yeah,
but it's different.
Right, and for the most part, I don't bash them for it. I just know that I appreciate that. Just leave it right where it is. But you don't know where you don't know how I feel.
You don't know that.
I always tell people, you never know. People be coveting other people's life,
right?
And you never know what they have to go through just to get to where they go.
That's just things that I realize. You know what I'm saying? What I said about experiences and stuff like that or whatever. But musically, man, that's my refuge. Music is my refuge. I can go and close the door in the studio, and I know one thing that's for sure: the whole entire world is outside.
Yeah.
Nobody in there but me. And sometimes I make music,
Wow.
People, like the fans and stuff like that, and I appreciate them. I love them to death, and they hear a lot of music that I make and put out or whatever. They don't hear the music that I make that's just for me as a refuge. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm sad, I make sad music and whatever. I never would put that out there and whatever and stuff like that. Sometimes I just play it for myself, whatever, and just sit there and it's therapeutic, very therapeutic. Perfect word. Yes, exactly what it is. And it just helps me out, and that's what I get a chance to do is help me sometimes. And then if I'm feeling like jamming, I want to go to the club, I want to, rock out, that, I can
Yeah.
jam that or whatever. Now I'm selling that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm putting that out there. That's gonna be a song, like from one of my artists or something like that or whatever. But I'm saying, but that when I'm feeling, feeling good or whatever and stuff like that, that depends. Because I saw Marvin Gaye one time in an interview said that however he's feeling is always translated in
Through
his
his
music.
music, yeah. I always say that I can listen to a song and I can remember exactly what I was doing,
Yeah.
exactly that
Exactly. Me
time
too.
period,
Exactly.
whatever was on my mind.
Exactly. When a
Yep.
song
And
takes you to that place.
It makes
to
me
that
Takes you to
place.
that place.
life.
Most definitely.
It makes
Exactly.
me escape
Exactly.
life.
I
Most
know.
definitely.
I know you tell the truth because there's this song. GQ made it. I do love you.
Yes.
And man, and that when I hear that song, I think about my first girlfriend. I'm like, God, you know what I'm saying? For real. My first slow dance and all that kind of. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
GQ,
it
I
takes
do
you
love
to
you.
that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
facts.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So
I
you
don't think we
right.
shared how they could reach you.
Oh.
Yeah.
How to reach me?
Yeah.
On
Okay,
social media.
on social media. Well, I'll give you all the ways that you can contact me because my phone number is public knowledge. Anyway, it's 713-240-0119. Like you say on the operator. That number again. It's 713-240-0119. And that's just my direct number to the studio, everything. I don't mind people having my number. So the studio is at FMG Studios. That's gonna be on Instagram at FMG Studios, and you just look, stick your head and don't see what's going on, see how we rock, all of that. My direct IG is Harvey Love, HARVEYLUV, and so it's not the LOVE. A lot of people miss me with
Yeah.
by going, but that's not the kind of love, well, my name, how I got my name. So, but it's Harvey LUV. That's that. I also design clothes and all of that as well. I'm trying to just doing so much.
He be so magazine ready.
I say now, we stroll. She sent me the bios and pictures of everyone before we interview.
Right.
And I looked at, I say, no, who is this? Then I said, now, who is this?
Yeah, I do it all. I do it all.
I said, now, so
I
what
do
we
it
talking
all.
about here? Because this
He
is
so
Dapper, right?
magazine
Right,
ready.
right. I do it. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff, different stuff or whatever. I'm trying to get my daughter to go in with me on it now too, and she's she's getting in on the business side and stuff like that. But I wanted to help me with the design of a company named Mature. Company called Mature. It's going to be for beard products. Because everybody can, what you doing
My
on that beard? What
twins.
you doing with your beard?
My
What you doing with this? What you doing with that?
I
Whatever.
bet you
And
that didn't.
I'm I got so tired of just sending people to other people's products. I got with my
That's
older
right.
daughter. My older daughter has she's one of the top beauticians, and she has her own products. And she's like, Daddy,
I can
you
do
can
this
get
for you.
right,
And get paid.
right. So I got
Paid to profit, y'all.
yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
So we getting with we got with chemists and stuff like that. So and putting a lot of things together. So I got and the company is going to be called Mature. So when y'all see the Mature, y'all know it's about the beard and stuff like that, whatever.
That
I'm
name
trying
is
to,
catchy.
exactly. Thank you.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
remember
He
that.
always have dressed up.
I appreciate
Because
that.
my Dapper, I was like, who is that?
Yeah. But you Hello Chopper.
Oh man,
Yes.
and he had so much energy that it just it was this. We did three songs. We did 3 songs. It was like back to back to back to back, and I love youngsters. A lot of people. This is what I go through in my craft. You have so many different artists that wanted the way. I mean, just like when in any industry, so many different people that wanted the way they were and now don't like change. And you can get more miles out of these youngsters if you embrace them.
Yeah.
I promise you. That's what keeps me young and keeps me energetic, keeps me rolling with it. I play I play basketball with college kids. I mean, like, they keep me vibrant, they keep me in shape. I record like what you said, like with your son, and saying, and I mean a whole lot of teenagers and stuff like that or whatever. I mean, because if I'm on a song with them, you're not gonna know I'm the age I am. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm saying or whatever. And they like this, a lot of people like, oh man, you just trying to be like the youngsters. No, I'm just staying relevant.
Yeah.
I'm reinventing myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying or whatever. I'm staying relevant.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way out the game is to not be in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I make sure that if I'm like my main motto is, oh, this is what we doing now. Oh, okay. We're gonna do this. Is what we doing.
This is what we
Cool.
doing.
Yeah.
No problem. We doing that. Whatever.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna make sure that I don't stand out for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
If I do, it's gonna be because of my skill set
Yeah.
and not because I can't keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I make sure that in anything I do, I'm not gonna touch it if I can't be a factor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. When you can't be a factor, that's when it's time to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have boxers that retire when they get knocked out every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that happened, oh, okay, come on up out the game. Come on,
No,
sit by
really get out the
come sit
game.
by me now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But if
But
you're still out there,
reinvent
you're winning all your fights,
Yeah.
you better you better get out
Stay in
there
the
and
ring.
box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So it's the same thing with me. I'm
Yeah.
still selling. I mean, the majority of my tracks that I sell is to youngsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not to the, to the older cats and stuff like that. I had to, tell somebody yesterday, like, dude, if you just making songs, just be making songs. I'm making songs to make a living.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a difference.
There's a
It's
difference.
it's a whole different drive. It's a
Yeah.
whole different drive. I'm trying to make sure I'm leaving a legacy. I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to, do everything for my kids that, saying that, that while we're here and whatever, trying to, build something to leave them. It's a whole different, it's a whole different drive rather than just to make songs to let my next door neighbor hear I'm jamming.
Yeah.
Right.
We all jamming. If we
Yeah,
wasn't jamming, we wouldn't be in it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We had to have something to say, hey man, I really can do this for a living, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the hits. I mean, hey, you jamming. Okay, thank you. But I need a hit song. A hit
Right.
song is a successful song.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like that Who They Talking Down, that was a hit song.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
it did what it did.
I love this song.
As opposed to just songs that I may have produced here and there, Well, good songs. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm down in myself. I'm just saying, real good songs sound good or whatever. But you're not gonna have songs that, like right now, that's classics. Like if you go play Who That Talking Down in the club, they instantly own it right now. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And not too many people have songs that are classics like that.
Yeah.
That will
that's
have,
true.
gonna still, like, prime example. Okay, let's show you what a hit song would do for you. Big Pokey. Now I was working and Big Pokey was working or whatever on his, or like when he did his new, that Sensei, the new album or whatever.
Mhm.
His song, I mean his I'm not, he didn't, his album was so successful, this last one that he did, I'm not even on it
Sure.
because they wanted to go back and get that classic stuff that he had.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Right.
So, and that's the, my chicks went right back up. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what that came from
Yeah.
because
yeah.
he dropped a nice record, and the fans just want good music. They can
Yeah.
care less who made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just want
That's
good music.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't. Oh, you did
Right,
that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So,
Right.
you know,
That's
And
a
then
game changer.
And then
exactly.
you do the Stop the Violence at Townwood Park, right?
Yes, and yeah. Yes, and then I have my own deal that I give to the community. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's called At the Park in the Clark, where I
Yeah.
just, I have 3 DJs, and with myself included, DJ.com and DJ Tricky C.
Tricky C, yeah.
Exactly. And so we all, give back to the community. So I put an event together. The city recognized it, and we actually, did something for the chief of police. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mhm.
Troy Fenner. We did something for
Yeah.
him out there. So it was really, really, really nice. And we do that. I try to do it at least once a month or either every other month. And we get ready to do another one next month actually. And so it's really, it's really been making me feel good to be able to get the community out
Yeah.
and have some fun, bring the kids out, bring just everybody, whatever. Have the DJs going. We turned the park we literally turned the park into a club.
Yeah.
I mean, we
came
jam it.
twice.
We have it out there.
Yeah,
We,
yeah.
and people be out there having fun and just talking, and it's like a monthly family reunion.
Yeah.
It'd be, be really, really nice out there, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be a part of that. And put that together, for our neighborhood, and for our community.
Yeah,
Yes,
and you was
indeed.
on Street Flavor 2 weekends in a
Mhm.
row.
Okay.
you was on Street Flavor.
Yeah, and just the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I stay so
bless
humble,
it.
man. That's why I
Yeah.
stay so humble, because I know that God can take it from you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
People like, you always humble, man. You so
Facts.
humble, man. You stay.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing for real. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't get out there and act like it's all about me or whatever. It's all about God's favor.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? And people, putting people in position that can help me
Right.
and be a
Right.
blessing to me. And I know that's what's going on. Even if other people don't admit it, I know what's going on in my life. I have a personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Right.
For me to be able to do this and still stay here, and I, I'm like, wow, I like to be in this game 30 years straight.
Yeah.
Relevant. I mean, like every year I'm able to pay my
Yeah.
bills off of this music,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. I'm like, yeah, yeah. It's really something. It's really something. God has blessed me to never have, until I was when I was born, I was in the hospital. I had it was like some kind of disease with diarrhea, not a disease, some kind of ailment with diarrhea or something like that. I had to stay in the hospital. It's the reason why I'm saying this. The first 3 months of my life, since then, since 90 days of me being old, I've never spent another night in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it's a reason why that it's a reason why I stay humble.
Yeah.
I've never broken bones. I've never had major surgeries or any like whatever. Now life is life. Life, whatever. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody that has. I'm just saying that I know that God has sustained me for a reason.
Yeah,
So
you
when
have
you
a
know,
purpose.
yeah,
Right.
right, and when you find out your purpose, then you run with it. And that's when
Yeah.
the floodgates come open.
Right.
We all here for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
God gives us all a talent. Mine just happened to be music, but God gives us all some type of talent to sustain us for
Thanks.
real.
Yeah.
Some type, just find your gift. Find your gift, and He'll give you signs all day long. Give you signs all day long. Yeah, yeah, and you take your gift, to the top. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
real.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we all have a gift. They all have some kind of secret
Yeah.
weapon that will
Right.
sustain them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Porcupine got the needles. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just and that's so true.
I'm
To
laughing
protect
because
themselves.
the reason I'm laughing because
Here
she
she
was
go.
talking because she was talking about monkeypox and she was like next thing you know it's gonna be monkey porcupine pox.
Monkey pine. Monkey pine.
Monkey
Porcupine.
A cross
monkey
between
monkey.
monkey chicken and porcupine.
Yeah, monkey
And he
porcupine.
say porcupine
Yeah,
out
that's
of
why
all.
I'm laughing
Yeah.
out of all the animals.
Yeah.
I know I got I got bit by a spider and I was
Yeah.
mad. I was like, what is your purpose even for being here?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. They have a purpose for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is one of the best wise decisions that you have made to get you to the point you are now?
Um, it's crazy you asked it. The timing couldn't be more perfect. I see one of my brother really Tall D is watching this, and what it do D?
What's up, Tom D?
Easy. So and the reason why I say that it's perfect timing is because one of the best decisions that I've ever made was uh to get my studio is to be in my room. My recording studio is to be in a room.
Right.
So the best decision I ever made was to take the money that I was making and and to get my own studio. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened was I was getting the studio. This wasn't even the plan. The plan was for me to have a studio built so I can do my music because I didn't want. I was selling tracks and people it was spooking me like you ain't in here for no music. You in here for something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
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 coming in your
yeah.
house. So
Yeah.
at the time my mother was living and stuff like that too. So I didn't want people in there, whatever. So this is what happened. I built my studio, whatever. Now I know Tall D from just being in the hood. He always, no matter what car, I don't care what car Tall D is gonna drive. It's gonna be always hooked up, the rims on it. It's gonna look nice. He gonna take Tall D take any car and make it like man, I
Make it
sure want
something.
one of them.
Yeah.
I'm really even if you don't know what kind it is, you gonna know that Tall D got him a nice car. So
Yeah.
I would always see him and like, boy, I see you, boy. That's how we got cool. He always passed by them nice cars, whatever. So we get cool or whatever. So I'm a couple of years older than Tall D. So I said, yeah, man, what's going on, man? What's happening? We pass each other up all the time, whatever. I didn't know Tall D was doing music. So Tall D was at another studio, and when he was just letting me hear his music. And so he came on, I want you to check you out, man. I want you to check me out or whatever. So I'm listening to his music, whatever. And we go back and we go in the little studio I have to, I had whatever to listen to his music. Now, mind you, I didn't have no customers or nothing like that. I wasn't even into it, like to it like that. It was just for me. And Tall D looked around like, man, I could record it here myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it. I'm like, wow, man. And so at the time, Tall D real cool. Everybody liked Tall D, whatever. So he had, he was at a studio where everybody, pretty much follow him or, on what he doing there. They trust his, his judgment on everything. He got all these people, saying or whatever that he was rocking with and did whatever to come to my studio, and they start using, paying me to do studio time, whatever.
Yeah.
Like not only did he flip my mind into thinking I could run this as a business, but he also got me like my first rolling.
Yeah.
And haven't looked back since. What I'm saying? For real. And that was 18 years ago.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So
By
your
18,
best
by
decision
17, 18 years ago. But here comes the strong point of that though. God will put somebody like him in my life.
come on.
Come on, to make it strong. And I talk to him every day. I mean, every day. I just talk to him on the way here.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk every day. You know what I'm
Solid,
saying?
Yeah.
solid
Every
people.
day.
That's what we talking
Every
about.
day.
That's how I
Every
got
day.
started. Flip Studio was at my house.
Exactly.
Flip and my other son, and that's how I got started.
Yeah, man. Flip good dude too, man. Yeah. Flip. Cool dude.
Yeah, yeah.
100. Yeah. Flip the
God
recorded
is
it in my room,
mysterious.
it was in my room. It was,
Yeah.
and now he done recorded in the studio, but he recorded in my when I had my studio in my bedroom. Flip recorded in there. It's one big, like family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all, together.
Yeah.
Nucleus.
We were
Yeah.
all together. It's crazy. K Reno, I was talking about K Reno the other day. K Reno we used to all be in my garage. Me, Mello, K Reno, a lot of people out the SPC.
Yeah.
I grew up with a group called the Terrorists. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, it's crazy. Like, man, like how we all just came together. And, and I'm so glad that the ones that are still in it because we had those stories. They had those stories to tell.
Yeah.
But it's been really a nice ride. If God hit brakes right here, it's been beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Definitely.
I promise you. It's like, man,
30
I wanted to
years?
live. Yeah, exactly. Everything that I've asked for in this music, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted my own studio. I was started out as Mello's DJ. I wasn't, Mello started me to rapping. I started rapping. One with that, a DJing. I was already DJing. I won with that. A producer, or whatever. And that ended up being bigger than all of it. Or whatever. The only reason I started producing was because I couldn't find people to do my beats. You know what I'm saying?
So you become
And
your
you
need.
I started doing my
That's
own beats.
it.
I started doing my own
Yeah,
tracks.
you become
Start
your
doing-
need.
I
You got
started-
awards, right?
Hmm?
You got awards.
I got two of them. I got two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two Lifetime Achievement Awards. And it's crazy.
Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Congrats.
2 Lifetime Achievement Awards.
That's a whole sermon. You become your need.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Instead of begging and
Now
borrowing
and here's something crazy. On that level, Crazy C taught me how to do the tracks. Take Crazy C with Big Mello. Taught me how to do tracks. He and I received the Lifetime Achievement Award together.
Amen.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do you, that's like Jordan teaching somebody how to play basketball.
And y'all getting the same award together.
On the same night.
On the same night.
On the same night.
God is strategic.
Yeah.
On the same night, I got an award right. I got a picture with he and I both got with the award.
I remember seeing you on the stage, but I didn't know.
Oh yeah, with that other one. Yeah, that was one of them. I'm talking about. I got one even before then. Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy, and it was so good to be on the stage with all those people. Man, I'm like, wow, man. I lied.
So would you consider yourself like when you were there, like, man, I really made it. Like I'm really doing this thing.
This is what I always say, because not to say that I have all these millions and all of that. No, I don't. But what I do have, two things. I have $1 million worth of peace.
Yes.
I have $1 million worth of health. I have $1 million worth worth of
everything
sustainability
else.
that has
Yes.
kept me, that has kept me and sustained me all these years. And I don't have any of it
Don't
today
have
in
no,
the
Right.
same game,
and
and
Yeah.
not
don't
even
have
in the
no
game
peace.
anymore.
Yeah.
So
Right. True.
so he, I feel like I'm
Yes.
grateful for that alone. I'm able to still do this full time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever for a living.
Yeah, you
I'm
still
able to do
getting
this full
phone
time. Yeah,
calls.
drop
Yeah.
records when I want to. You don't necessarily have to.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm because I'm producing, and my producing is making me
Yes.
money, and my business, my recording business, thanks to like people like Tall D. Is making me money. So it's like I'm able to like put tracks and put my own artists together and do stuff with that. I'm able to DJ events, host events, hosting y'all event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm able to do stuff like that will sustain me, and all of it's around music, the industry in which I love.
Man, that penetrated
Absolutely.
to that just shifted everything. It just shifted my mind. And
Right.
that right there is because I want to do it, not because I have to. Because when you start
Exactly.
making it pressure,
Yeah.
it becomes forcible.
Zero have a song I told him the other day that this is my favorite song by him, for real, for real. And it's just my favorite
I
song, period,
love
right
Zero
now.
too.
Zero say on this song, I'll never fall. He said, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it because I have to. I do it because I cannot thing. And when he say saying like that's just a fly
Right,
word to
right.
say can. I do it because I can. You know what I'm saying? And we always put that like additional words and stuff like that.
Right,
It's
right.
our thing. But he said, because really he said I don't do it because I have to. I do it because I can. And I just spoke to my heart like,
Yeah,
man, man.
it did.
I
It
can do.
it
I do it because I can do it if
perspective
I
is
want to. You know what I'm
everything.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not something that I'm being forced to do. Whatever. And like it's crazy how I never looked at it like it would be like this or whatever. So that's been always my trophy. Even if I don't win a Grammy, my Grammy been 30 years. You know what
In
I'm
the
saying?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Grammy for
Wow.
me.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Yes.
Yeah.
saying? So would I want one? Of course I would. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Whatever. That would solidify
Time is
everything that I've
coming.
ever
It's
believed in
It's
this
coming.
coming.
music. So yeah, exactly. So with that being said, though, it's just being here though, always being, I've been able to be, like the equivalent of a household name in music is something that I love. Man, can't beat it. I definitely don't deserve it.
And it's the
You know,
mindset. And one thing you shared at the beginning of
Yes,
the
you do
interview
deserve it.
is
well,
what did he say? He
earthly.
don't deserve it.
Well, what I'm saying is because I'm humble.
Humble,
I'm
Yeah.
humble.
humble about it because I don't feel like, yeah, this is supposed to happen for me. No, I will never say that.
The
Never say
hard
that.
work makes it happen for you.
Absolutely,
This is why I share
absolutely.
people. The hard work makes it, because if you don't continue to do it for yourself, then who else is going to do it?
Right, right,
Because
right, right.
people
Yeah.
are
I
always looking
get,
for the
and
right,
I get
right.
that.
And
And
I
all I'm
understand
saying
the
is,
other
I'm just not
people.
braggadocious and boastful about
Right.
it and
He
say
said braggadocious.
Because
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people do it for you.
Right, right, exactly.
Whenever you
Your name
Exactly.
speak for
right,
itself.
exactly.
Exactly.
That's the whole
And
point.
right, and your skill set.
Right.
And I
Right.
just let that do the talking for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always being somebody that would always be able to, be wanting to help people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't never, I just hate. We have a culture here, and I know some of the artists may not agree with me on this, and that's cool. That's okay. That's cool. Whatever. But we have a culture here of people that don't help each other like they should.
That's true.
I don't understand that. You go to Atlanta and go to, what I'm saying, things like that.
True.
Artists will,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the top deemed as a nobody in the game just because they have a hot song. Because you know what? Number one, it's gonna keep them relevant as the file in that. We don't do that as much.
Yeah.
We don't do that as much because we're trying to get paid right now. And I'm telling
Looking
you,
for the next come
we
up.
get paid.
Yeah.
We try to get paid right now. I get the getting your money and just that and another, but you're not looking at the in the long.
Projection.
Yeah,
I always
yeah,
tell people projection. When
yeah.
I do business,
And
it's about projection. I'm not trying to be funny. It's
right,
me thinking, how can I create this next level of wealth without me even being in the picture? I'm thinking about when I'm
exactly.
sleeping that I'm still benefiting. That's the thing
Yeah.
Right.
that made it most when I was able to create heard your the beginning of when we started talking,
Right,
when you
right.
said I got in business period, think about the now and not thinking about the future. They're
That's
not, and then in the long run, the other person is benefiting off of something that they didn't even sign for to get the residual.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what, I don't know. I mean, like, I just wish that people would do better by that. You know what I'm saying? I
Trust
don't
me,
know.
my
I mean, it's so
clientele
many young
was
artists that look up
astounding
to
in
people.
Atlanta.
Right, right, exactly. That's why a lot of times, this is why a lot of times what happens is when those young artists get on, well, they be like, okay, no, you got to come on with it now. You got to
Yeah,
come on, pay me.
yeah.
Pay like you wait now. Because when I looked, I wanted, I wanted help from you at first.
And you
Whatever.
didn't, yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't help me.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
you gotta, that's why I say with youngsters and stuff like that. I mean, the ones that's trying to really make something on themselves. You got to embrace that. I mean, just because they do it differently or whatever, you can't identify with it or whatever. That's what cast a lot of older cats out the game, out the way or whatever. Because like it or not, they're where the money at.
Yeah.
Just being real. I mean, music is music. People we used to get, like laughed at and like, wow, what y'all doing? Y'all don't know what y'all doing. What about a lot of older cats and we were doing it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, But we had our own way of doing things, and that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? We had our own way of rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody say the dude got beats. You
Appreciate
well
that.
known. They
I
from Houston
appreciate
as
that.
well.
Yeah,
They
I
say the
appreciate
dude
that.
got beats.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
And then you never know who's connected to who.
exactly, exactly,
And so your humbleness already, you never know.
right, right, right. I mean, I just always knew the only one way to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they always be cool love. That boy cool. I mean, I just because my thing is when I treat people good, it's an investment, and because I know that comes back.
It does.
That comes back.
Investments come back.
You can't. People
right,
gonna say what they're gonna say, but like I tell friends of mine, you can never control people talking about you.
Yeah.
But what you can control is what they say. Promise you. And the reason why I say that is because they can't see if you just give them nothing but good stuff to say about you.
Yeah.
That way, like just to say, okay, she would try to tell you, oh, I love man, man, love is this, and another. And all I've been doing is being good with you all the whole time, or whatever. What the first thing you're gonna say to her is, I don't know what y'all got going on, but I know he cool with me. He 100 with me. You feel me? So my thing is, and so that investment, all you gotta do is treat everybody right, and they're gonna argue with each other about you, and you're not gonna even be there. Be like somebody will go to bat for you on your behalf because you treated them right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what y'all got going on, but he my partner. That's y'all thing. Yeah. I ain't never seen that. That side you talking about. I don't know. It must be a different person. You sure you talking about this one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. And the way you get that to happen is just treat everybody right. It's an investment. For real. You never know where you might need somebody. You know what I'm saying? So always, you never know. Yeah.
Never burn that bridge.
That'll happen. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever it is, Somebody like when people come to my studio, whatever, if anything is not right or whatever, my business, I googled it. It's 2,600 studios in the Houston area alone.
Wow.
Why come to mind? Like a guy was asking me, like, man, how does it feel, man? Just you don't have no boss. You don't have man, you just working, man, for yourself. Man, you ain't got to ask nobody, whatever. I said, nah, I got a boss. You're like, who? I say, you. You my boss. All you got to do is stop coming here and stop patronizing my business, and I'm fired.
Yes.
So I said, so yeah, you the boss.
So much sense.
Yeah. I'm answering to somebody. I'm answering to you. You know what I'm saying? You say that's not right, I'm gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? For real. You want this by tomorrow? I'm gonna get it for you by tomorrow.
It's the mindset because a lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah. I'm always, you know what I'm saying, be grateful for those that do things for me. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm always be grateful. It'd be a baby. I'm just grateful. For real, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it doesn't have to happen. So many people take things for granted and feel like that sense of entitlement. That's why you have the insurrection on January 6th, because so many people are full of entitlement. It's supposed to happen for us. This for us. This our this. Where? Who say that? You know what I'm saying? Where is it documented that it's supposed to happen for you? You know what I'm saying? That's why we had the insurrection to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Because people feel entitled. Entitlement will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And
Every
I don't, and
time.
right. I'm not
Every time.
entitled to
That
nothing.
fall is hard.
Right.
Mhm.
Two things I'm entitled to once I got here. I'm entitled two things I'm entitled to: death and taxes. That's it.
Say death and taxes.
That's
That's it.
facts.
You
That's
better
it.
speak.
Because
That's it.
you gonna
Ain't
have
none
to
of us
pay
getting
'em.
out of here
You have to
alive.
pay
Ain't
them.
nobody
None of
getting out
us.
of here alive.
None of us.
For real. And don't pay your taxes and see what they
So it's
have
all
said.
about you
Exactly.
gonna lose everything,
Exactly.
and it's all about what you leaving.
Yep.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. Death and taxes.
And I
For
want my
real.
life spoken good of.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you can't take
Yeah.
none of that with you.
None of
Denzel
it.
Washington said you can't, he ain't never seen a Brinks truck behind a hearse. Ever.
Yeah, he
God
did say
damn.
that. He did.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? For real. So my thing is,
It's not gonna
two
be.
things that, that's if you want to be entitled, you get entitled to that. You know what I'm saying? For real. Death and taxes. Take it both with you.
And I think he was in the hallway talking to another man.
Yeah.
Oh, to a group of boys, I believe. Or
I think it was
gentlemen,
right.
when he made that.
he was at a college. He was
Right,
speaking at a
right.
college. And they were just doing that commencement.
Mhm.
But my thing is like that's the truth.
I learned so much from you.
Oh man.
I mean, he helped me today.
I
Thank you.
know.
I was
He
helped.
helped me today.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you. I love being around people that are smarter than me. Because if I'm doing all the teaching, I'm never doing all the learning.
There you
You know what I'm
go.
saying? For real. And I love being around people that's smarter than I am.
Yeah.
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 And I
Always
love
want to
learning.
grow.
Exactly. You learn
Yeah.
till you die. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And it's one thing that I shared yesterday when I was speaking on the broadcast is that growth is not understood by the people that never. How can they understand where you are or what you're trying to say?
Right.
And people was like, huh? I said, no, growth is never understood by people that don't experience your journey or where you are.
Nah.
And that's facts.
When you see, like, it's crazy on the growth thing. I always do this. Like, okay, let's just say us three are standing right here.
Right.
Okay. To show growth, I'm gonna show you how. Like, you can do this with anybody, 2, 3, and 2 people. Now, I haven't moved at all or whatever,
Right.
all because y'all decided to grow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all decided to do better in your life, do it or whatever. With me staying back, all of a sudden, I'm looking further and further behind. Even though I didn't take a step backwards, I am a step backwards. All because I didn't make the move to go forward. You know what I'm saying? Because the earth is gonna move without you. It's gonna move regardless. You don't have to take, like I'll tell people all the time, you don't have to take a step backwards to be backwards.
Wow.
Because everybody else is trying to grow. And if you don't move with them, exactly. And if you don't move with them, it's the same thing as turning around and walking the other way. Wow. Telling you, just by not growing, we're not gonna all stay here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Somebody gonna decide that, you know what, I want to be better. And when they decide they want to be better, now they look different to you because they're starting to get distance. Wow. The distance is what's making them look different to you because they're getting distance between you. They're growing.
And some people equivalent to changing.
Yeah, but it is for the positive though.
Right.
Now, what's going on right there is they're getting intimidated. You know why? Because they're not growing. They're not growing. Right. That's intimidation. They're intimidated. You think you all that. No.
Yes.
Obviously you do.
Yes.
Obviously you do.
Yes.
And you're intimidated by it. So that's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
I tell my, my daughters, I used to tell I told both my daughters this. In school, I always, I'm saying, like when they were in school or whatever, because I know my experience in school or whatever. The guy that's not trying to do, not trying to do nothing with his life, that's doing his head, whatever, not going to class, he's skipping, and he just can't get his books right, whatever. He was always intimidated by the prettiest cheerleader on the team, or somebody that's a girl, just real pretty, and the popular girl or whatever. He intimidated by, he like her, but he just know he don't have what it takes inside. Inside. If you don't have the confidence, whatever. But that's why you always see the quarterback, the star, start a team or something like that with the prettiest cheerleader, whatever. Because that guy is confident. He know everybody already coming to him, and everybody already liking him. He got whatever. His confidence through the roof. He'll talk to any girl in the school.
Yeah.
But that guy that's not doing nothing, he mad at everybody. He don't like it because he's intimidated by their growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're intimidated, that's a way of, you know what I'm saying, like just frustration.
Mad at the
That
world.
you tell. So
that.
my thing is, that's why the law of attraction, you know what I'm saying, you get what you put out there.
Yeah.
You get,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, for
Boomerang
real.
effect.
Yes.
For real. You know, that's why people that, you know what I'm saying, you know, just even like I tell my daughters, you know, if you don't respect yourself, that's why I say nobody's gonna love you like you do, whatever. If you don't respect yourself, why should I?
Yeah.
I see how you carrying yourself or whatever. That's what we doing. Oh, cool. Okay.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
what we
that's
doing.
good.
I'm-
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna holler at you, and I'm just being real. Please forgive me for wanting it tonight.
Because the way you carry yourself.
Exactly.
I
Please
always
forgive me.
tell people, you teach people how to treat you.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
show up how you want to
Please
be
forgive
treated.
me, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying for real. You showing me the whole menu. So my thing is, yeah.
Woo!
Let me pick something off of it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's what I tell my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, I mean, just being real. I mean, like, do men want it? Of course we do. Not gonna respect it, but we want it though.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know, so whatever. But that's why men want, you know what I'm saying, want wifey, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Then they want to hang out and have fun in the club too. You know what I'm saying, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are two different people. A lot is doing their thing or whatever and don't want to be wifey. That's how you're gonna be looked at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for real. Yeah, there's something different. You know, whatever. But nah, you know, that's what I tell my daughter.
Yeah. Show up how you want to be treated.
Yeah, love you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that we
And
will
so
too.
many people don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love
so
you,
many
man.
people don't.
So that we will too. You know,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
For real. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
done got a whole therapy session.
Nah.
Me too.
That's what about music.
From,
I know, right?
Look,
Nah,
it
nah,
always
nah,
turn out
nah,
like
nah.
this.
But
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds good coming from a male perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, I've been through a lot to learn a lot. You know what I'm saying, for
Mhm.
real. That's what we started out with, you know, about, you know, the wisdom. Like, wisdom comes from experience. There ain't nothing I've said here today I read in a textbook.
Mhm.
I've learned it, you know, through sitting on the sideline watching it, or
Mhm.
going through it myself, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really
You gotta not be
enjoyed
afraid to be
being
put
here
in
with
the
y'all.
game.
I learned from people as well. So absolutely. You know, and then it just for somebody to say, yeah, you're right about this, you're right about that. It just be confirmation that it, you know, that somebody's taught me right here and there, you know. So
You have any new projects coming up?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have some artists I'm working with named JTF. They're unbelievable. They're from New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable artists. Two
Bring
brothers.
that twist.
Yes,
That
indeed.
New Orleans bounce.
Yeah, and I have, you know, Deja, and she's a female. Oh my
Oh, it's a
goodness.
female.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, she's sick with it too. So I'm, you know, working on them, you know, and because I love the camaraderie. I love, you know, it grows me as a producer to be able to do people with totally different styles, you know, music and stuff like that, and then still be able to do things that I want to do too, and all that. It just keep me well rounded, and they're youngsters that's got that energy.
Mhm.
I love that. You know, keep me going. You
Keep
know,
you
like
vibrant.
keep me vibing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because I'm not, you know, when I get in that studio with them, you know, I'm not gonna be the weak link. I refuse. You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset.
Me
You know what I'm
too,
saying? That's
me
my
too.
mindset. You know,
Especially
Yeah.
coming from New Orleans.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
have
I'm
it
not gonna be
popping,
right.
yeah.
Exactly. Now, you know, it just is what it is. Now, whether they just get me in there and knock me out, it is what it is. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, but my point is, my mindset going in is like, we gonna rock on here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just like I did, you know what I'm saying, you know, with your son, you know, for real. You know, with Hella Chopper, man, he cold. Nice artist, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I was like, man, okay, I'm, you know, as I know he gonna be putting it in his, you know, his demographic and putting that song together out there with all his boys with his producer. I didn't even do the tracks on that song with a song with neither one of those songs, whatever. I was just rapping, and the producer of the songs called me like, "Hey man, we got to make a video with that, man. You cold with that, man? You just, you know," and that's the, you know, and that's what I want, you know, that's the response I want, whatever. And when I'm getting this from youngsters, even when my daughters are like, Daddy, you don't rap like everybody. I like the way you rap. You know, my
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that
I
means
ain't got to
something,
be
You
right?
one.
know,
I got
yeah,
to be one of the only parents.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling them as artists and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, and I'm talking about my youngest, my 18-year-old. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, you cold when you came in. He's so smooth
I
with it.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter said it. I said, oh, it's a go. It's a
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
he's
yeah. It's
so
on.
cool.
Yeah.
Man, my confidence is through the roof.
Yes,
I
yes.
ain't lying
Yeah,
about
that's a
that.
blessing.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
That's a blessing.
So when can we look for your new artists to come out?
They're working. We dropping singles this year. We dropping singles this year in probably November. So we're just getting everything together, whatever. You know, all the picture shoots, all the technical stuff. You know, whatever. Then get doing. I want to do at least 2 or 3 months. About 2 months down, not ago, 2.5, something like that. A promo and let people know that they're gonna be coming out here and all that and stuff. And it's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna get them some shows and all that. You know, and this is that part where that's what I was talking about. I did a lot of stuff free, and I've given them that speech.
Yeah.
Everything will come, we'll line it up. The universe will line up for you as long as you align yourself, with the universe. It'll line up
Mm-hmm.
for you. It'll line up, and the money will come. And because everything now is about streams, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, want to get those, you want to get that stream, and you got to get your social media right and all that kind of different stuff like that. So I'm trying to make even more so than my own. I want their social media to be up there because it really makes a difference with them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Well, I know Albee Production. They're gonna have another cranking up car show for
I,
spring break, but
oh
they
yeah,
having one for
October
October, but
2nd, yeah.
October 2nd. But also, Mr. Landry and Kima wants to do one for spring break in
Okay.
Kima. So
Okay,
get with
okay.
me.
I'm with it. I'm
Yeah,
with
get
it.
with me, and we'll put
I'm
something
with it.
together for them in Kima.
Okay, cool. I'm with
Yeah.
it. I'm definitely with it. Yes, indeed.
So I'll talk to LB, and we can most definitely put them on the spring
Okay.
break show.
I don't turn down no my collars on
Yeah,
that work. Work.
we
Yeah,
will
I'm with
put
it.
them on the show for spring
Okay,
break
I would
in
love that. I
Kima.
would love that. So I'm actually, growing them now, and I'm doing what a lot of companies don't do with their artists. You got to develop them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the NBA, NFL, or you got to develop talent.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just letting raw talent just go out there and do what they do, whatever, do what it does. But I know the ins and outs of the business.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things that they got to get some reps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get their
Yeah.
wings up on them.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna develop them a little bit. Get them to go different places, do shows. I don't care if it's 10 people there. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
do shows, perform your heart out. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah. So
also
I think
building your
spring break
win.
would be good
Whatever.
for
Yeah,
them.
I want that
That
marketability
10 will
up.
be a
Right.
testimony.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I want them to be marketable. Yeah. I want because image is everything. But
Mhm.
one of the things that I teach is perception.
Yeah.
About perception. I don't until I learn the real. However I perceive you,
Mhm.
that's my reality of you. It
Yeah.
could it
Period.
could be a damn lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
a lie, whatever. But
Right.
until I find out the real,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's my perception.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever, you know what I'm saying? You can hear like you hear a couple arguing or whatever or something or whatever. You automatically think, dude must, he must be mean to her. He domestically violent. He this, that, and the other. Because you don't know them. They just you just saw them having an argument or whatever, not knowing he probably the coolest thing. She love him to death. Ain't never put his hands on. Ain't never know nothing or whatever. Just had an argument or whatever. But just because we saw them arguing or whatever in public or
Mhm.
whatever,
That perception,
our
you think
percept
that they have
exactly we
issues.
think they having
Yeah.
some kind of marital issues or whatever. Real, that's my reality. Instantly, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, you ever seen a
That's
character for
facts.
real? That's my reality. I know whatever. So that's why I don't. You'll never see me cursing somebody out. You'll
Yeah.
never see me arguing with people in social media, whatever. You know why? Because I could piss off people that don't even know me like that, and
Yeah.
get the wrong perception. And if you're like a fan of mine or whatever, and get turned off by that, I don't know you to call you and say, hey, it wasn't like that. It was just with it, whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
now you stuck with that perception of me forever. Now you
Yeah.
probably turned
Right.
off, not buy no records, nobody,
And
that
you
dude
don't
is
know who they connected
exactly.
to.
So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So you'll never see me back and forth. You look all the way through all of my social media. You never see. I don't even curse. You know, what I'm saying, like vulgarly whatever. I may say some joking or whatever and put the asterisk by the word, whatever, just joking, whatever, with my people, whatever. But as far as cursing people out, political views, or say religious views, all that, I don't do any of that because you got to watch how you, who you turn off in social media. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, and all that. You don't do that at jobs. Just, because some people, they get that it's all about perception. Sprite had a commercial that said image is everything. Image is everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So I said all that to say I'm trying to better, make sure that my artists have that image, that marketable image. Where you like them even before you know their music. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. Just be good people, which they are good people. I wouldn't deal with them if they wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? Branding and marketing is like
so and that's the thing. You wanna be out and be when you be in public, people just be approachable. You know what I'm saying? Be, for real. And
I always tell people you market people to the point to where they feel like they know you when they meet you.
Exactly.
Before they even know, but they feel like they know you.
Exactly.
Just by these reels.
How many people we see in on TV or anything would be like, man, all you see is what they put out there. And that's the thing.
And you know what's so funny about that? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That man would never get over that seed he did to that woman where she had to push him into that water. Every time he plays a role, we gonna remember him in that role that he played. And that's just how people look at you. Whatever you doing, business with them, all person.
Exactly.
Especially wondering why did I get married the way he did Sheila. So that's facts.
Yes, well, make sure you keep in touch with
me. Will do.
Because I know, I think the one for October the 2nd might be booked, but we still LB do spring break in Kemah.
Okay.
So I'll let him know that you have some artists that wants to be on there.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm sure enough with it.
So,
Napa.
Time flies.
Yeah, for sure.
It's already 6:30.
It's been past.
Oh.
Appreciate y'all checking out your people, man. That's what's up. I sure thank y'all for sure. Glad to be here doing this.
We appreciate you. It always having an effect on us anytime that we have somebody to see, but you really helped me today because I found out some devastating news and just hearing the way your perception is just really, really helped me.
I appreciate that.
You never know who God places
in
a specific season or time
to
hear words that you need. So I appreciate you.
I think that I appreciate that, and I appreciate you too as well. I'm glad to be here.
Oh yeah,
glad to be here.
Very humble spirit. Very humble spirit.
Appreciate it.
Dapper animal.
What you see? What you did with me.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That's great.
Already. Appreciate y'all checking me out too. All my people.
All right, y'all. Till next time, this is Hustl TV. Until next time, coming from the CEO of Bad and Bougie, Miss Nikki and Dr. Kanisha Gaskin. Love, peace, and unity.
Already. Yeah, I love that. That was all right there. Yes, indeed.
Sometimes they don't want to hear. Look, it didn't want to hear. Did it go?
Look like we still.